Welcome back to Building Better Writing Skills for IELTS. IELTS writing can sometimes feel a little dry, but today we're going to spice things up
Yeah.
with a deep dive into describing processes, and to make it even better, we're focusing on making cherry jam.
Who doesn't love a jar of homemade cherry jam? And it's actually the perfect example for IELTS because it's got all those distinct steps.
Right, like you can't just magically get to a jar of cherry jam.
Exactly.
There's a whole process to get there.
Yeah.
And it's perfect for that clear and concise writing that the IELTS examiners love.
Absolutely.
So we're going to break today down into 3 parts.
Okay.
First, we'll warm up our writing muscles with a little task 1 practice.
Like stretching before a workout.
Exactly.
Huh.
Then we'll level up and create a band 9 description of the whole process.
Nice.
And then to finish it off, we've got a little something extra to really make the learning stick.
Oh, I love it.
So grab your notebooks, maybe a spoon for later, and let's get jamming.
Sounds delicious. Okay, so for our task 1 warm-up, think of it like a writing sprint. Okay, we've got a few sentences describing different stages of making cherry jam, but each sentence has a missing verb.
Ooh.
Your challenge is to fill in the blank with a verb that best captures the action and would impress those IELTS examiners.
Okay, so vivid language, grammatical accuracy, and present simple passive voice.
You got it. Ready to test those verb skills?
Yes.
All right, here's our first sentence. A sheet is blank on the ground and the tree is blank to get the cherries.
Oh, I love it. Picture it. What verbs pop into your head?
Take a moment and really visualize that scene.
Hmm.
What words describe how that sheet is positioned and how those cherries are coaxed from the tree?
Ooh, coaxed. I like that word.
Right.
All right, time's up. What did you come up with?
The winning verbs are spread and shaken.
Okay.
So a sheet is spread on the ground and the tree is shaken to get the cherries.
Okay, I can see that.
Now, why are these the perfect choices? Well, spread is really precise and it paints a clear visual picture for the reader.
Much better than just saying placed.
So much better. It tells us exactly how the sheet is positioned, which the examiners will love.
Right.
And then shaken, it adds a sense of action and energy.
I can almost hear those cherries.
Right. Tumbling down.
Yeah.
It's all about choosing verbs that bring that process to life.
It's really important when you're describing things for IELTS.
It is.
All right, sentence number 2. The cherries are blank and are blank to the processing plant.
Okay, so think about those next steps in the journey. What happens after those cherries are collected and where do they go next?
Okay, I've got it.
All right, what did you come up with?
The cherries are collected and are transported to the processing plant.
You got it. And see how those verbs fit perfectly into the present simple passive voice.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a secret weapon.
Yeah.
For sounding professional and objective, exactly what these IELTS examiners want.
It's all about hitting those high notes. Okay, sentence number 3. The leaves and stems are blank.
Okay, what's happening to those unwanted bits?
Well, they're definitely not going in the jam.
For sure not.
Okay, the perfect verb here is removed. The leaves and stems are removed.
Simple, efficient. It tells the examiner exactly what's happening.
Yeah, no messing around.
No messing around. Clarity is key in IELTS writing.
Right.
Convey that process in a clear and concise way without any unnecessary fluff.
Okay.
All right, on to sentence 4. The cherries are blank.
Ooh.
Now they're free of those leaves and stems, but what's the next step to make them jam ready?
I think I know this one.
Okay, go for it.
The cherries are washed.
Yes,
Because we need to make sure that everything's nice and clean.
absolutely. Hygiene is paramount in any food production process.
Exactly. And it shows the examiner that I'm thinking about all the steps.
It does. Okay. Sentence 5 might trip you up a little. The stone is blank out of the middle of each cherry.
Oh, this one's a bit tricky.
It is. Think carefully about the specific action taking place.
Okay.
Remember, we want to maintain consistency with our vocabulary and avoid overly technical language.
Removed.
Oh,
The stone is removed from the middle of each cherry.
yes. You got it. A word like pitted might seem more specific,
Oh, yeah.
but using removed keeps our language clear, concise, and accessible.
Right, okay.
Okay, we're getting close to that delicious jam now.
Ooh.
Sentence 6. The cherries are blank and extra ingredients are blank.
Okay, what's happening to those pitted cherries and what else is going in?
Now we're starting to see that delicious jam take shape.
Okay. The cherries are cooked and extra ingredients are added.
Perfect. That present simple passive voice is working hard for us.
Yeah.
It keeps that focus on the actions and it creates a smooth flow.
Okay, sentence 7. The quality of the jam is blank. What happens at this crucial stage?
In any food production process, quality control is key.
Yes, the quality of the jam is checked.
Exactly. Demonstrates to the examiner you understand the importance of meeting certain standards.
It's those little details
It is.
that can boost your score.
Absolutely. Shows you're thinking beyond just the basic steps and considering the bigger picture.
I like it. All right, so almost there. Sentence 8. The jam is blank into jars. Visualize it. What's that final step before labeling?
Think about how that jam gets from the cooking vat into those individual jars.
Okay, the jam is put into jars.
Simple, accurate.
Yeah.
And it fits perfectly with that present simple passive voice.
And finally, sentence 9. A label is blank on each jar.
Ooh, that finishing touch that makes it all official.
I know. A label is stuck on each jar.
Fantastic. We've warmed up those writing muscles, nailed those missing verbs.
Yes.
And we've gotten a feel for that precise language that the IELTS examiners love.
It's all about choosing your words carefully
Absolutely.
and thinking about the impact on the reader, but we're just getting started.
Yes.
Now it's time to move beyond individual sentences and create a full-blown Band 9 description.
Yo.
For Task 2, are you ready?
Absolutely. Bring on the jam.
I knew you were going to say that.
Ah.
All right, we've prepped those writing muscles with our Task 1 warm-up, and now it's time to tackle the main amic.
Yeah.
Crafting a full-blown Band 9 worthy description of the cherry jam making process for Task 2.
Okay.
Remember, Task 2 in the IELTS writing exam requires you to write a longer essay, and describing a process might be part of that.
Right.
We want to wow those examiners with our clarity, precision, and range of language.
Exactly. And to make sure we're all on the same page, think back to those diagrams we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
We're going to take you through each stage of the process, describing it in a way that would score top marks.
Okay.
And then we'll explain exactly why it works.
So it's like having an IELTS examiner peeking over your shoulder.
Yes.
Giving you real-time feedback.
Exactly.
Are you ready to create some jamtastic prose?
I am, absolutely. Let's dive into stage 1, those beautiful ripe cherries hanging on the tree.
Just waiting to be transformed into delicious jam.
Exactly.
So how would you describe that first step, making sure it's clear, engaging, and hits all those Band 9 criteria?
Okay, so firstly, a large sheet is spread out on the ground beneath the cherry tree.
Okay.
Then the tree is vigorously shaken, causing the ripe cherries to fall onto the sheet below.
Okay, I love how you started with firstly.
Yeah.
It's a simple but effective way to signal the beginning of the process and guide the reader.
Absolutely.
And vigorously shaken. That's a fantastic choice of words.
Thank you.
It paints such a vivid picture and adds a touch of energy to the description.
Exactly. Examiners are looking for that kind of precise language that brings the process to life.
Right.
Plus, using 2 different sentence structures adds variety and shows off your grammatical range.
It's all about showcasing those writing skills.
Yes.
Now, what happens after those cherries have tumbled onto the sheet?
What's stage 2 of our jam-making journey? Well, next, the fallen cherries are carefully gathered from the sheet and placed into containers.
Okay.
After that, they are transported by truck to a processing plant where the jam will be made.
Next, and after that, are perfect for keeping that sequence flowing smoothly.
Yeah, it's like you're holding the reader's hand, guiding them through each step.
Exactly. And I like the detail about the cherries being carefully gathered.
Oh, yeah.
It shows attention to detail and emphasizes the care taken at each stage.
Absolutely. Examiners want to see that you're not just rushing through the description, but really considering each action.
Yeah.
Plus mentioning the processing plant.
Yeah.
Adds context and helps the reader understand where the cherries are headed next.
It's all about painting a complete picture for the reader.
It is.
All right, stage 3, we've arrived at the processing plant. What happens now?
Once at the processing plant, the cherries are poured into a machine that separates them from any leaves or stems that may have fallen in during harvesting.
Okay. Once is a great way to signal that shift in location. And I like how you kept this sentence concise and to the point.
Yeah.
It clearly conveys what's happening without any unnecessary words.
Absolutely.
Remember, clarity and efficiency are key in IELTS writing.
They are. You don't want to overwhelm the reader with too much information or overly complex sentences.
Okay, so those cherries are free of leaves and stems,
They are.
but they're not quite ready for jam making just yet.
Not quite.
What's the next crucial step?
Well, before those cherries can be transformed into delicious jam, they need a good cleaning right.
Of course.
The cherries are then thoroughly washed with clean water to remove any dirt or debris.
Okay.
This ensures that only the cleanest fruit is used in the jam-making process.
I like how you added that extra sentence explaining why the cherries are washed.
Oh, yeah.
It shows you understand the reason behind the action and the importance of hygiene in food production.
Absolutely.
It's that kind of insight that can really impress the examiners.
It's about going beyond simply describing what you see and demonstrating a deeper understanding of the process.
Right.
Right. Stage 5 is all about getting rid of those stones. How would you describe this step, keeping in mind our Band 9 goals?
Subsequently, the cherries move along a conveyor belt to a specialized machine that quickly and efficiently removes the stones from each fruit.
Subsequently, another great transition word, keeping that flow and logical order going strong.
Yeah.
And specialized machine shows good vocabulary choice, avoiding repetition, and demonstrating your range.
It's all about finding those subtle ways to showcase your language skills.
Exactly.
Okay, now we're finally getting to the heart of the process.
Yes.
Transforming those pitted cherries into delicious jam.
Ooh, I love it.
What happens in stage 6?
Okay, so the pitted cherries are placed in a large stainless steel vat and cooked at a high temperature.
Okay.
While the cherries are cooking, sugar, lemon juice, and other ingredients are carefully added to the mixture.
I love that phrase, the heart of the process.
Yeah.
It really highlights the importance of this stage.
It does.
And stainless steel vat adds a nice touch of specificity, giving the reader a clear picture of the equipment involved.
Remember, details matter.
Yeah.
They help bring the description to life and show the examiner that you have a good grasp of the process.
Okay, stage 7. It's quality control time. How do we ensure that our jam is absolutely perfect?
Once the jam has reached the desired consistency, a small sample is taken and meticulously checked for quality.
Okay.
This ensures the jam has the perfect texture, taste, and color.
Meticulously checked is such a perfect choice of words.
Oh, thank you.
It really emphasizes the care and precision involved in this stage.
Yeah, and it elevates your writing.
Yes, it makes it stand out.
Exactly. You want to create a description that's both informative and engaging, drawing the reader in with vivid language and insightful observations.
Okay, we're almost there. Stage 8.
Mm-hmm.
The jam has passed the quality control check with flying colors. What happens next?
The perfectly cooked jam is then poured into sterilized glass jars ready for packaging.
Nice and straightforward, maintaining that consistent passive voice we've been using throughout.
Exactly.
It's all about creating a smooth and coherent flow.
Absolutely.
Okay, take us home with stage 9, that final step that makes it all official.
Finally, a label listing the ingredients and nutritional information is carefully stuck onto each jar.
Finally, brings it all to a perfect close.
It does.
We've successfully described all 9 stages of the cherry jam making process in a way that would definitely impress those IELTS examiners.
We've got clarity.
Yeah.
We've got precision.
We've got it all.
We've got a range of vocabulary and grammar, and we've got that all-important logical flow.
You've got a jam-tastic Band 9 description.
We do, but the learning doesn't stop there.
Oh.
In our final part, we're going to do something special to really solidify all this fantastic knowledge and help you apply it to your own writing.
Ooh, I like it.
Stay tuned.
Okay, so we've broken down each stage of that cherry jam making process, highlighting all those Band 9 elements.
Yeah.
But now it's time to hear it all come together.
Ooh, I like it.
So to help you really absorb the language and the flow,
Okay.
I'm going to hand the mic over to you.
Ooh.
And you're going to read the entire 9-stage description slowly and clearly.
All right, get those pens and notebooks ready.
Yeah.
Because here is our complete Band 9 description of the cherry jam making process.
Oh, yeah.
Firstly, a large sheet is spread out on the ground beneath the cherry tree. Then the tree is vigorously shaken, causing the ripe cherries to fall onto the sheet below. Next, the fallen cherries are carefully gathered from the sheet and placed into containers. After that, they are transported by truck to a processing plant where the jam will be made. Once at the processing plant, the cherries are poured into a machine that separates them from any leaves or stems that may have fallen in during harvesting. The cherries are then thoroughly washed with clean water to remove any dirt or debris. This ensures that only the cleanest fruit is used in the jam-making process. Subsequently, the cherries move along a conveyor belt to a specialized machine that quickly and efficiently removes the stones from each fruit. The pitted cherries are placed in a large stainless steel vat and cooked at a high temperature. While the cherries are cooking, sugar, lemon juice, and other ingredients are carefully added to the mixture. Once the jam has reached the desired consistency, a small sample is taken and meticulously checked for quality. This ensures the jam has the perfect texture, taste, and color. The perfectly cooked jam is then poured into sterilized glass jars ready for packaging. Finally, a label listing the ingredients and nutritional information is carefully stuck onto each jar.
Wow, hearing it all together like that really shows the power of clear, concise language and logical organization.
It does, doesn't it? And remember all those sequencing words we talked about?
Yeah.
Notice how they create that smooth flow and guide the reader seamlessly through the process. Firstly, next, after that, subsequently, and finally.
Yeah.
They're like signposts, making sure the reader never feels lost.
And of course, those vivid verbs and precise details really paint a picture in the reader's mind.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
And to help you even further,
Right.
we've put together a list of keywords and phrases from this description that you can use as inspiration for your own writing.
Oh, that's a great idea.
You'll find those in the show notes.
Fantastic. So there you have it.
We do.
All the ingredients you need to craft a Band 9 worthy description of any process. Now, as you continue practicing, here's a little something to think about.
Okay.
How would this description change if you were making cherry jam at home on a much smaller scale? Would you use the same equipment? Would the steps be different?
Ooh, that's a great question.
It is, isn't it?
It makes you think about those variations and how you can tailor your language to the specific context.
Exactly.
Remember, whether you're describing a large-scale industrial process or a simple homemade recipe, the key is to be clear, concise, and engaging.
Keep practicing, have fun with it, and remember, we're here to support you on your IELTS journey. We'll see you on our next deep dive.